If you are watching this video right now, I want you to understand something very important. Nothing in life is random. Nothing that has led you here is a coincidence. There is a divine reason, a higher reason, that you stopped here at this very moment in your journey. Have you ever felt different? Have you ever felt like you never truly fit in, like you could not blend into the crowd no matter how hard you tried? Deep down, have you always known that your life carries a weight, a mission, something greater than the ordinary? Most people walk through their entire lives without ever asking the fundamental question, why do I exist? Why am I here? But you are not like most people. You are different. And from this very moment forward, you are going to begin to recognize that every challenge you've endured, every lonely night, every painful loss, every twist of fate you have walked through, has all been a piece of a greater puzzle, a preparation, a setup for your awakening. And today, let me tell you a truth you may have felt but never dared to say out loud. You might be the chosen one. You might be the one called to carry the light, the one called out of darkness to fulfill a sacred mission, the one chosen to walk a path unlike anyone else's. In this video, we are going to explore 7 powerful signs that reveal you are one of God's chosen. Listen not just with your ears, but with your whole heart. Because once you recognize these signs, once you allow yourself to accept them, your life will never again be the same. And if you feel, even right now, that this message is touching something deep in your soul, then don't hesitate. Confirm it. Write in the comments, I am chosen, or simply type the number 111. By doing this, you are not just interacting with a video, you are declaring to the universe and to yourself that you are ready to step fully into your journey as one of the chosen. One of the clearest and most powerful signs that you are chosen is when you go through a spiritual awakening. Now, this is not just a fleeting emotional moment. It's not a short burst of inspiration that fades overnight. A true awakening is a deep, soul-level transformation. It reshapes the way you see the world, the way you understand yourself, and the very purpose of your existence. When a spiritual awakening arrives, your life can feel like it has been turned upside down. Suddenly, the things that once felt so familiar now seem strange. The relationships that once seemed unbreakable begin to crack and fall away. Beliefs you held tightly for years can collapse in an instant. And yet, this is not destruction, this is revelation. It is not the end of you, it is the end of the illusions that once surrounded you. During this time, you may feel lost. You may feel directionless, like you no longer know who you are or where you belong. You may feel painfully alone, misunderstood, with no one truly walking beside you. But the truth is, God is intentionally pulling you away from the noise of the world. He is separating you, isolating you, not to punish you, but to allow you to finally hear His voice clearly. Many chosen ones have shared that their awakening began after a great upheaval, a betrayal, a painful loss, an unexpected crisis. And while those moments broke them, they also opened doors that would have remained closed otherwise. In the ashes of pain, something new was born. You may be in this very place right now, where the old is being stripped away so that the new can emerge. As this awakening deepens, strange things begin to happen. You start to dream dreams that feel prophetic. Your intuition sharpens beyond explanation. Sometimes you even sense events before they unfold. These are not coincidences, they are divine gifts, tools God places within you to help you walk your path as one of the chosen. And yet, you must also remember this. Awakening always attracts opposition. The moment you step out of the darkness tries desperately to pull you back. You may face temptations, doubts, inner battles, and resistance from those around you. But rather than seeing these as failures, recognize them as confirmations. The opposition is proof of your importance. If you were not chosen, the darkness would not care to stop you. If you recognize that you have been, or are currently, experiencing such an awakening, take it as your first sign. Your journey has begun, and from this moment on, your life will never again be ordinary. If you've experienced a life event that completely changed how you see the world, share it in the comments. By doing so, You remind others walking through their awakening that they are not alone. Another powerful sign of being chosen is that you often face rejection. Even from a young age, you may have felt like you didn't belong anywhere. You tried to blend in, to be like everyone else. But no matter how hard you tried, there was always an invisible barrier, something that set you apart. Perhaps you were pushed away by friends, misunderstood by family, overlooked by co-workers, or marginalized by society. And maybe you asked yourself in frustration, why am I always rejected? Why can't I just be accepted like everyone else? But here is the truth. Rejection does not happen because you are unworthy. Rejection happens because you carry a different light. The energy you bring into a space forces others to confront the darkness within themselves. And instead of facing it, instead of changing, many people would rather distance themselves from you. Think about the prophets, the messengers, the voices God has raised up throughout history. Every single one of them was rejected. They were mocked, ridiculed, doubted, even attacked. And yet, each rejection served a divine purpose. Every rejection became a shield, removing those who were never meant to walk with them anyway. Rejection is painful. The closing of doors hurts. The loss of relationships hurts. But remember this, rejection is not failure, it is protection. Those who cannot see your value, those who cannot walk at your level, are not meant to journey with you. Rejection is actually a divine filter. God uses it to clear away what does not belong, so that he can make room for what truly does. Without rejection, you might cling to the wrong people, the wrong places, the wrong opportunities. Rejection ensures that only what is aligned with your calling remains. So instead of fearing rejection, see it for what it is. Confirmation. Proof that you are not meant for the crowd. Proof that you carry something that unsettles darkness. Proof that you are chosen. The moment you step out of the darkness tries desperately to pull you back. You may face temptations, doubts, inner battles, and resistance from those around you. But rather than seeing these as failures, recognize them as confirmations. The opposition is proof of your importance. If you were not chosen, the darkness would not care to stop you. If you recognize that you have been, or are currently, experiencing such an awakening, take it as your first sign. Your journey has begun, and from this moment on, your life will never again be ordinary. If you've experienced a life event that completely changed how you see the world, share it in the comments. By doing so, you remind others walking through their awakening that they are not alone. One of the strongest and most undeniable signs that you are chosen by God is the constant, restless pull deep inside you, the unshakable sense that you were born for something greater. While many people may live their entire lives chasing safety, seeking comfort, or pursuing material success, you find yourself unable to be satisfied with only those things. Comfort never truly comforts you. Success never feels like enough. Safety never silences the question burning within you. Deep in your spirit, there is a quiet fire. It never goes out. Sometimes it is only a whisper, other times it roars like thunder, but it is always there. It will not allow you to settle for a normal life, a life that looks just like everyone else's. Even when you try to ignore it, it comes back stronger. Even when you attempt to follow the path society has set before you, a voice rises within your soul asking, is this really the path I was created for? Is this all there is for me? That burning, that fire, is not your imagination. It is not restlessness without reason. That is the divine signal of a greater purpose. Every chosen one carries a mission, an assignment so unique that no one else can fulfill it. For some, it may be to spread light in dark places. For others, it may be to speak truth where lies have taken root. For others still, it may be to guide and shepherd those who are lost and searching. Whatever your calling is, it is woven into your very being, and it will not let you rest until you answer it. At times, the weight of this purpose feels heavy. You may feel as though you are carrying a responsibility you're not yet ready for, as though the mission ahead is far too great for someone like you. But remember this, God never gives a mission without also giving the strength to fulfill it. He does not call the qualified, he qualifies the called. Every challenge you have walked through, every pain you've endured, every failure you've faced, all of it has been training. All of it has been preparation for the sacred work you are destined to carry out. When you finally begin to embrace this purpose, life itself begins to change around you. Relationships that no longer serve your calling begin to fall away. Opportunities that once tempted you suddenly lose their appeal. And new doors begin to open, doors that lead you exactly where you need to be, at the exact moment you need to be there. You will begin to realize that you don't need to cling to what isn't meant for you, because God has already carved out a path. And on that path, everything that belongs to you will find you. Of course, people will question you. They may say you are unrealistic, too idealistic, or that you are dreaming too big. But the reason they cannot understand is because they cannot see what you see. They cannot hear what you hear. They do not feel the fire that God has placed in you. That is why so many chosen ones must walk alone for a season. That separation gives you the space to focus, to listen, to align yourself fully with God's direction. And when you dare to follow that purpose, the universe itself begins to shift around you. Paths align, doors open, true allies appear, and you come to understand something powerful. You were never walking alone. Heaven has been walking with you the entire time. If you have always felt deep down that you were born to do more, to change lives, to lead others, know this: that feeling is not fantasy. It is truth. It is confirmation that you carry within you a purpose greater than yourself, a purpose designed by God before you were ever born. Another unmistakable sign that you are chosen by God is that your life is constantly caught between two extremes: sacred blessings and fierce battles. The chosen are not given easy lives. They walk through storms that would destroy others. They fight battles that others could not survive. And yet, at the very same time, they are wrapped in protection, guided by God's hand, and blessed with miracles that others may never witness. Have you noticed this pattern in your own life? Every time you are on the verge of stepping into something new, every time you feel a breakthrough is near, something rises up to block your way. It may be sudden conflict with people close to you. It may be unexpected obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. It may be heavy spiritual pressure that makes you want to quit. These are not coincidences. They are the clear evidence of spiritual warfare. Darkness never wastes energy on those who pose no threat. It will not chase after those who are harmless. But when you carry light, when you carry within you the power to impact lives, to shift destinies, to bring truth into a world drowning in lies, then you become a target. The fact that you face so many battles is proof that you are on the right path. It is proof that you are a danger to the kingdom of darkness. And yet, alongside these battles, you also experience blessings so powerful they leave you speechless. Think about it. How many times have you felt like you were about to collapse, only for an unseen strength to lift you back up? How many times did you stand in front of a closed door, only for another unexpected way to open? How many times were you shielded from danger in ways that cannot be explained? These are not random. They are evidence of divine favor. They are proof that God's hand is on you. The dance between battles and blessings is not punishment, it is training. Every time you fall, you learn how to rise stronger. Every time you are attacked, you learn to lean harder on God. And every blessing you receive teaches you gratitude and reminds you that what you carry is not just for yourself, but for others. That is why the life of the chosen is never ordinary. It is a battlefield, yes, but it is also a journey of victory. Every battle you endure, every blessing you receive, testifies to the fact that you are not forgotten, not abandoned, not overlooked. The hand of God is over you, shaping you, protecting you, and preparing you. So when you feel the tension between blessing and battle, do not despair. Recognize it for what it truly is, the mark of the chosen. If you feel that you are living in the space between divine blessing and intense battle, press the like button on this video. By doing so, you are declaring that you are still standing, still walking faithfully, no matter how hard the darkness pushes against you. If you have always felt deep down that you were born to do more, to change lives, to lead others, know this: that feeling is not fantasy. It is truth. It is confirmation that you carry within you a purpose greater than yourself, a purpose designed by God before you were ever born. One of the clearest and most undeniable signs that you are chosen by God is the deep, unshakable connection you share with Him. No matter how many ups and downs you have faced, no matter how many moments of doubt or seasons of wandering you have gone through, deep in your soul, there is something that never leaves you, the awareness of His presence. In the darkest nights of your life, when you thought every last drop of hope had dried up, there was always something, a whisper, a gentle reminder in your mind that said, "You are not alone. You are never alone." And think about it. How many times did everything around you seem to collapse, yet you still found the strength to rise again? That strength did not come from you. It came from the divine source you are connected to. It came from the hand of God holding you when you did not even realize it. Unlike many people who only call on God when they are in crisis, you sense His presence in the ordinary, everyday moments. From the smallest decision to the greatest turning points in your life, you seek His guidance. Prayer for you is not just a desperate cry in moments of panic. It flows out of you naturally, like breathing. It is not just a ritual. It is an intimate conversation with a loving Father. And this connection gives you a peace the world cannot understand and cannot offer. Even when storms rage around you, you carry stillness inside your soul. Even when people betray you, you discover strength to forgive. Even when the path ahead looks uncertain, you continue to feel protected, guided, and led. This bond sharpens your spiritual senses. You notice signs others overlook. You may recognize God's presence in a dream, in a random encounter with a stranger, or in something small and ordinary that turns out to be extraordinary. What seems like coincidence to others becomes confirmation for you. It is God's way of letting you know, "I am here. I am guiding you. Keep walking." This has been Marn, the different rage. As you live more deeply in this connection, you begin to see clearly what belongs in your life and what does not. Relationships that drain your spirit suddenly feel unbearable. Environments that carry toxic energy feel suffocating. Your very soul begins to reject what does not carry light. Instead, you are drawn to things, people, and places that bring you closer to Him. This connection is not just belief. It is truth. It is a lived reality, a daily experience you cannot deny. And it is a sign, a powerful sign, that you are not just another believer. You are chosen. You are called to walk in God's light and to live as a testimony of His love, His protection, and His power. If you feel that you are living in the space between divine blessing and intense battle, press the like button on this video. By doing so, you are declaring that you are still standing, still walking faithfully, no matter how hard the darkness pushes against you. If you have always felt deep down that you were born to do more, to change lives, to lead others, know this: that feeling is not fantasy. It is truth. It is confirmation that you carry within you a purpose greater than yourself, a purpose designed by God before you were ever born. Another unmistakable sign that you are chosen is the extraordinary gift of discernment. This is not mere intuition. This is not just being a little sensitive. This is a spiritual gift, a divine ability to see beyond appearances, to pierce through the surface and recognize the true nature of people, situations, and environments. While others are easily swayed by what they see, you are able to sense what lies beneath. You can walk into a room and immediately feel whether the atmosphere is heavy or light, safe or unsafe. You can meet someone for the first time and know instantly whether they carry light or darkness long before they ever speak a word. At times, this ability has made you feel different. It has even made you feel alone. You saw through lies while others still believed. You sensed danger while others still laughed. You may even have doubted yourself, wondering if you were too sensitive. But over time, you realized something undeniable. Your discernment was almost always right. Discernment is not just about avoiding traps, though it does protect you from deception. It is also about divine direction. It guides you toward holy opportunities. It shows you when to step forward, when to pause, and when to wait. What others call luck or coincidence, you begin to see as divine timing. God aligning you with the right place, the right people, at the right moment. But with such a gift comes responsibility. God did not give you discernment so you could boast about it or judge others. He gave it to you as a tool to protect yourself, to prepare yourself, and to shine light on your path. Sometimes God reveals something to you not so you can confront it immediately, but so that you can be ready, steady, unshaken. This gift is also why some people feel uncomfortable around you. Your very presence exposes what they want to hide. Your light makes their darkness harder to ignore. Some may feel threatened, criticize you, or even attack you though you did nothing wrong. But this is not your fault. It is simply the light in you revealing the shadows in them. In a world full of lies, illusions, and chaos, discernment is priceless. It keeps you from being swept away with the crowd. It keeps you from falling into traps dressed up as opportunities. It keeps your feet steady on the path God has designed for you. Treasure it, protect it, sharpen it, and above all, use it wisely. Because discernment is not only a shield for you, it is a torch. With it, you can become a light for others, a guide to those who are lost in the dark. If you feel that you are living in the space between divine blessing and intense battle, press the like button on this video. By doing so, you are declaring that you are still standing, still walking faithfully, no matter how hard the darkness pushes against you. If you have always felt deep down that you were born to do more, to change lives, to lead others, know this: that feeling is not fantasy. It is truth. It is confirmation that you carry within you a purpose greater than yourself, a purpose designed by God before you were ever born. Another undeniable sign that you are chosen is the unique presence you carry with you wherever you go. Even when you try to disappear into the background, somehow you still stand out. Even when you remain silent, your silence is not ordinary. It draws attention. You don't simply move through the world as just another face in the crowd. You move with an energy, a divine presence, a light that cannot be denied. Some people, when they meet you, feel encouraged, uplifted, and inspired. They feel lighter just by being in your company. They come to you for comfort, for advice, for strength, or sometimes simply to stand near the energy you carry. And this is not random. This is because your soul carries the light of God, and that light naturally radiates outward, bringing healing, hope, and strength to those who are open to receive it. But alongside this blessing, there is also opposition. There are some who cannot stand to be near you, not because you have wronged them, but because your very presence makes them confront what they have been hiding. Your light exposes the darkness they are trying to cover, and instead of changing, they resist you. They may criticize you, push you away, or even try to tear you down. Do not let their reaction make you doubt your worth. Their resistance is simply proof that your light is powerful enough to reveal what they would rather keep hidden. This divine presence not only impacts people, it shifts the very atmosphere around you. When you enter a room, the energy changes. When you speak, people listen. When you step into a situation, the direction of events often shifts. You carry an unseen authority that cannot be explained, but can be deeply felt. But remember, this presence is not given for you to control or boast about. It is not a toy. It is not for your ego. It is a gift and a responsibility. God gives this light so you may guide others, awaken truth, and shine hope. And that is why you must learn to guard your energy. Not everyone deserves access to what you carry. As you grow spiritually, your presence will only become stronger. You will learn to see clearly who has been sent to walk with you and who only comes to drain your light. You will learn to set boundaries, not out of selfishness, but out of protection for the mission God has entrusted to you. The truth is, you cannot hide this light. You were not given this gift to remain invisible. You were given this gift so that you would shine, so that you would illuminate paths for others. You are not just someone who carries light. You are the light. You are living proof of God's divine presence on earth. And once you accept this fully, once you walk confidently in it, your presence alone will change lives. If you have always felt deep down that you were born to do more, to change lives, to lead others, know this: that feeling is not fantasy. It is truth. It is confirmation that you carry within you a purpose greater than yourself, a purpose designed by God before you were ever born. Now you have walked through all 7 divine signs, 7 confirmations, 7 undeniable truths that point to who you really are. You are chosen. Every trial you've endured, every rejection you've faced, every battle you've fought, every prayer you've whispered, every gift and every presence you carry, all of it testifies to one reality: the hand of God is upon your life. You were not born to blend in. You were born to stand out. You were not called to chase after the world. You were called to lead, to guide, to shine. That is why your path looks different. That is why you have faced storms others will never understand. These signs are not just information for your mind, they are instructions for your life. They are a call to action, to walk forward in faith, to rise in courage, to remain steadfast, even when the world rejects you. The world may not accept you, but God chose you before you even knew yourself. Do not dismiss the journey you have already walked. Do not minimize the tears you cried, the wounds you carried, the nights you wanted to give up but chose to keep going. None of it was wasted. Every single moment was shaping you, preparing you, molding you into a vessel that God can use to change lives. You no longer need to doubt. You no longer need to wonder. The truth has been revealed. All that remains now is for you to stand firm, to keep walking, and to let the light inside you shine without apology. Because when you walk in your true mission, you don't just transform your own life. You become the spark that transforms the lives of those around you. And remember this: you are not alone. Across the world, millions of others are awakening to this same truth. They are discovering that they too are chosen. And as each one rises, as each one shines, the darkness loses its grip. The world will never be the same again. You are the chosen one, and the world is waiting for you to rise. If you believe you are one of the chosen, declare it now. Click subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and write in the comments the words, "I am chosen." Let this be your confirmation, your public declaration, and your connection to the growing community of chosen ones walking this same journey. Do not miss what is coming next: the revelations, the guidance, the truth. This is your time. This is your calling. Step into it. If you feel that you are living in the space between divine blessing and intense battle, press the like button on this video. By doing so, you are declaring that you are still standing, still walking faithfully, no matter how hard the darkness pushes against you. If you have always felt deep down that you were born to do more, to change lives, to lead others, know this: that feeling is not fantasy. It is truth. It is confirmation that you carry within you a purpose greater than yourself, a purpose designed by God before you were ever born.